So, last time we have seen some properties of absolute value of real numbers. The absolute value of a real number is the maximum of x comma minus of x. If x is any real number, then mod of x is maximum between x and minus x. Also we have seen geometrically modulus of a real number is the distance of real number x or point x on the real line from the origin, because you know every point on the real line represents one and only one real number, and every real number can be represented by a point on the line. So, geometrically modulus of a real number is distance of x from origin. So, mod x may be written as mod of x minus 0. So, last time we have seen some properties of mod x like this, say mod x is always greater than equal to 0, then mod of x is the same as mod of minus x, then mod x is maximum of x comma minus x. Then we have seen minus mod x is always less than or equal to x, and it is less than or equal to mod x. Not only that, we have seen mod of x plus y is less than or equal to mod x plus mod y, and this is called as triangle inequality property of real numbers, or it is also called as triangle inequality in R. So, these properties we have seen last time as the using only the definition of modulus of a real number. Now, let us do some more properties of real numbers regarding absolute value. So, the next property is say mod of xy is equal to mod x into mod y. This is true for all x comma y belongs to R. So, if you take any two real numbers, then modulus of product is product of their modulus. Now, see how to prove this. Now, see, as x comma y belongs to R, so there are four cases. What are these four cases? If you have two real numbers, then both of them may be positive, or both of them may be negative, or the first is positive, second is negative, or first is negative and second is positive. So, we will consider all these four cases. This is true for all x and y in R. So, you have to check this property for all cases. So, case 1, suppose x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. Suppose both of the real numbers are greater than 0. Therefore, now see, x greater than 0 implies what is mod x? If x is a positive real number, you know what is mod x? Mod x is x itself, and y greater than 0 implies mod of y is y itself, because y being positive, absolute value of y is y itself. Now, also x greater than 0 and y greater than 0 implies, yes, what does this imply? X belongs to R plus, y belongs to R plus, and R plus is close with respect to multiplication. So, product of these two, this implies x comma y greater than 0, x into y greater than 0, and what does this imply? That means, see, this is 3, this is 5, 3 into 5 greater than 0, 3 into 5 means 15, new real number. It is greater than 0, therefore its mod is itself. Therefore, mod of xy, I will write. This implies mod of xy is equal to xy. Mod of xy, because xy is greater than 0. It is a new real number, positive real number, so its modulus is itself. But what is x? But what is x? It is nothing but mod x. And what is y? Y is mod y. So therefore, mod xy is equal to mod x into mod y. So if both the numbers are positive, modulus of xy, modulus of the product is product of their moduli. So this is our case 1. Now case 2. Case 2. Suppose both of them are negative, x less than 0 and y less than 0. Therefore, x less than 0 implies what is mod x? X is negative. So what is mod of x? X itself is negative. So suppose it is minus 5. Its mod will be minus of minus 5. So here mod, if x is negative, mod of x is minus x. And what is about y? Y less than 0 implies mod y is equal to minus of y. And x less than 0 comma y less than 0 implies what is x into y? X is negative, y is negative, then x into y is greater than 0, you know, because see, x less than 0, then minus x greater than 0, minus y greater than 0, therefore minus x into minus y, it will be greater than 0, but minus x into minus y, you know, it is nothing but xy, so xy greater than 0, therefore mod of xy is equal to xy, but this is equal to, I may write this as minus x into minus y, right? Because minus into minus is plus, that we know. And what is this? What is minus x? It is mod x. What is minus y? It is mod y. So thus if x and y are both negative, mod of xy is mod x into mod y. So this is true for case 2. Now consider case 3. Case 3. Suppose x less than 0 and y greater than 0. X less than 0 and y greater than 0. So now here x less than 0 implies, what does x less than 0 implies? Minus x greater than 0, right? Or I may write directly definition, x less than 0 means what is mod x? Mod x is minus x by definition, and y greater than 0 implies mod of y is positive, so mod of y is y itself, right? Also x less than 0 and y greater than 0 implies what is about x into y? X less than 0 means minus x greater than 0, this is greater than 0, so minus x into y greater than 0 means yes, xy will be negative. Therefore, what is mod of xy? If xy is negative, then yes, it is nothing but mod of xy is x into y is a negative real number, so its modulus will be negative of that by definition only. But this is equal to, yes, now this is minus x into y, so now use associative property, so minus x into y. This is minus x into y, and this is nothing but what is minus x? It is mod x. And y? It is nothing but mod of y, because y is positive, so mod of y is y. Therefore, xy, mod of xy is mod x into mod of y. So, whenever x is negative and y is positive, mod of xy is mod x into mod y. So simple. Come to the last case. Case 4. Suppose x is greater than 0 and y is less than 0. Okay. Therefore, x greater than 0 implies what is mod x? Mod x is x, and y less than 0 implies, by definition of y is negative. So, what is mod of y? Mod of y is minus of y, and x greater than 0 comma y less than 0 implies x into y, positive into negative, it is less than 0. It is less than 0. Therefore, mod of xy is equal to minus of xy. But this is equal to, you may write this as x into minus y. X into minus y. And this is equal to, yes, but what is x? X is mod x and minus y is mod y. So, therefore, mod xy is equal to mod x into mod y. So, thus both of them, x and y, are any real numbers, means both of them may be positive, both of them may be negative, negative and positive, or positive and negative. However they may be, modulus of xy is always mod of x into mod of y. So, this is how the absolute value of product of two real number holds good. Similarly, now you can do, yes, as a homework you can do homework, yes, if x comma y belongs to R and y not equal to 0, then mod of x by y is equal to mod x upon mod y. Very similar to this you can deal with. Okay, instead of product there is division. See, you may write mod of x by y as mod x into 1 upon mod y. If 5 is the real number, 1 by 5 is another real number, right? So, you deal with the same way, provided y should be non-zero. So you do this as a homework. Now we will see some more property. Say suppose this is second, and come to one more property. Say mod x minus mod y less than or equal to mod of x minus y. Modulus of x minus modulus of y is less than or equal to mod of x minus y. Now see, when we take modulus of a real number, that means what we are doing, we are increasing the value of the real number. Value नंबरचं किंमत वाढवतो आपण. Mod of, see, suppose I consider x as minus 5, and if I take mod of minus 5, mod of minus 5 is 5. Originally it was minus 5. So what I did is I increased its value minus 5 to plus 5. So if you increase the value of the real number and then take their difference and then take its mod, it is always less than or equal to modulus of their difference. See how we can do this? So simple. See here, I may write x as x is equal to x minus y and plus y, right? Therefore, I can take mod of both sides. Mod of x is equal to mod of x minus y plus y. I may take these two real numbers together, doesn't matter. Okay. Now I will, yes, I will use triangle inequality to these two, triangle inequality to these two. So this is less than or equal to, this is less than or equal to mod of x minus y plus mod of y. Therefore yes, mod x is less than or equal to mod of x minus y plus mod y. So therefore I may write this as mod of x minus mod of y. I will add minus mod of y to both sides. So what I will get is, this implies mod x minus mod y less than or equal to mod of x minus y. Call this as, say, number 1, inequality number 1. Okay. Also, yes, only I have considered x is equal to x minus y plus y, minus y plus y will get cancelled and your x is here. So take mod of both sides. So taking mod of both sides, what I get is this. Again, mod of a plus b is less than or equal to y, triangle inequality. Triangle inequality, this is less than or equal to. Now what I will do is, I will add minus mod y to both sides, minus mod y to both sides. So this will go out and what you will have is mod x minus mod y this. Also, y is equal to y minus x plus x. Similarly, you do for x and y. So this implies mod of y is equal to mod of y minus x plus x. This is less than or equal to mod of y minus x plus mod x by triangle inequality. Here also by triangle inequality. So therefore this implies mod of y, now add minus mod x to both sides. So less than or equal to mod of, see, mod of y minus x is same as mod of x minus y. Mod of x minus y is same as mod of y minus x. So distance of x to y is same as distance from y to x. So that's why both are the same. So this implies, now what I will do is, I will take minus sign common here. So this implies, or therefore minus, take minus sign common, mod x minus mod y, only I am taking minus sign here, less than or equal to mod of x minus y. I call this as number 2. Now just observe 1 and 2. What is 1? Mod x minus mod y less than or equal to this. And here minus of mod x minus mod y less than or equal to same quantity. Just observe these two. Just observe these two. This is same. And here also inside the bracket this quantity is same as here. So this is a less than or equal to b and minus a less than or equal to b. A less than or equal to b and minus a less than or equal to b. Therefore, yes, but what is, see, what is mod a? Mod a is maximum of a and minus a, but both a is less than or equal to this and minus of a is also less than or equal to this. Therefore, yes, therefore I will write, yes, maximum of mod x minus mod y, comma, minus of mod x minus mod y is a less than or equal to mod of x minus y by 1 and 2, by 1 and 2, a less than or equal to b minus a less than or equal to b. Therefore maximum between दोघांपैकी एक maximum असेल कुठचं तरी, either this or this, a or minus a. Okay, so that will be less than or equal to this. Therefore, but what is maximum of a comma minus a? Definition is a comma, we have seen the property, maximum of a comma minus a is mod a. So what is a here? Therefore mod of mod x minus mod y less than or equal to mod of x minus y. So this is what the property of real number is. Mod of mod x minus mod y less than or equal to mod of x minus y. So this is all about some basic properties of real numbers with regard to modulus of a real number. Now let us do some more properties of real numbers with respect to modulus. Now the next property is mod of x minus y is less than or equal to mod of x plus mod of y. So simple property, mod of x minus y less than or equal to mod of x plus y. We have seen the triangle inequality, it is for mod of x plus y. Now here mod of x minus y is less than or equal to mod x plus mod y. See how to prove, so simple. Consider mod of x minus y. How I may write this as mod of x plus minus y, x plus minus y, right? X plus minus y is x minus y. Now see, you have a plus b. So by triangle inequality, yes, this is less than or equal to mod x plus mod of minus y. Give the reason by triangle inequality. But this is equal to mod x plus, now what is mod of minus y? You know, mod of minus y is same as mod of y. So therefore mod of x minus y is less than or equal to mod x plus mod of y. So remember, mod of x plus y is always less than or equal to mod x plus mod y, but not only that, mod of x minus y is also less than or equal to mod x plus mod y. So this is what one more property of the real number is. Now see another next property and almost the last property. If x comma say m belongs to R and m greater than 0, then mod x is less than or equal to m if and only if modulus of x is less than or equal to m if and only if minus m less than or equal to x and less than or equal to m. So modulus of x is less than or equal to m if and only if x lies between minus m and plus m. If your real number x lies between minus m and plus m. See for example here, suppose here is minus m and here is m. And if your x, how is x? If your x lies between minus m and plus m, suppose here is origin 0. If your x is here, suppose x is here, then x lies between minus m and plus m. Then that means x lies between minus m and plus m. So this distance is m, this distance is m. So what is distance of x from origin now? Distance of x from origin, that is mod x. And what is mod x now? What is distance of x from origin? Definitely it is less than or equal to this distance. And what is this distance? M. So this is definitely less than or equal to m. So that is what you want to prove. So we will see how to do this. See the proof now. Start with the first part. Suppose, very simple, suppose mod x is less than or equal to m. Mod x is less than or equal to m. Now see here, since just use the things what we know, definition of mod x, and another some properties of mod x that we know. What is another property of mod x that you know? Since mod x, what is mod x? Mod x is either x or minus x, whatever is the maximum. Okay, mod of x is maximum of x comma minus x, that we have proved. So what does this imply? Therefore, yes, mod x is nothing but maximum between these two. So either this or this. We don't know whatever is the maximum. So therefore x is always less than or equal to mod x. I will write this minus x is less than or equal to mod x because mod x is maximum between these two. So both of these are less than or equal to. Okay, and x is less than or equal to mod x. This is less than or equal to this, and this is also less than or equal to this because we don't know whatever is the maximum. If x is maximum, then mod x will be x equal to. That's why equal to. Otherwise, less than. But what is about mod x? But mod x is less than or equal to m. So this implies minus x less than or equal to mod x, but mod x less than or equal to m, and x less than or equal to mod x, and mod x less than or equal to m. This implies, yes, minus x less than or equal to m, and x is less than or equal to m, right? This implies, now just I will multiply both sides by minus 1, negative number. Multiply both sides by negative number. What will happen? Yes, minus m will be less than or equal to minus minus plus x. Multiply both sides by minus 1. So this inequality will change. So minus m will be less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to m. Now see, minus m less than or equal to x and x less than or equal to m. So this implies minus m less than or equal to x less than or equal to m. Therefore, mod x less than or equal to m, if this is less than or equal to m, then x lies between minus m and plus m. So that is one part. Suppose this, and I have proved this, right? Now start with conversely. Conversely, suppose that minus m less than or equal to x and less than or equal to m. Now see here, you don't know now how is x. So see, x is any real number as x belongs to R. Yes, either by trichotomy law, either x greater than 0 or x equal to 0 or x less than 0. If x equal to 0, then there is nothing to prove. If x is 0, then because m is positive, so mod of 0 is 0 and m is always greater than 0, so nothing to prove. So either x greater than 0 or x less than 0. Okay, I am not considering x equal to 0 because if x is 0, so mod 0 is 0 and obviously m is greater than 0, that is our assumption, so nothing to prove. Therefore, x greater than 0 implies what is mod x? Mod x is equal to x. Mod x is equal to x. But how is your x? What do you assume? Suppose that this is true for all x. Yes, this implies mod x, yes, is a less than or equal to m, right? This is your assumption. Suppose this x is less than or equal to m. Now if x is positive, mod x is s. But x is less than or equal to m, therefore mod x is less than or equal to m. And x less than 0 implies mod x is equal to minus x. Mod x is equal to minus of x. Yes. This implies yes. Now minus m less than or equal to x. Therefore, yes. What is about minus x? What is about minus x here? Minus x and either I will write, I will use this side or you may use this side. Okay, I want to deal with now minus sign. Okay, so therefore yes, minus m less than or equal to x implies yes, minus x less than or equal to m. Multiply both sides by minus 1. Multiply both sides by minus 1. So, minus x. Inequality will change. Inequality will change if you multiply by a negative number. So, I multiply both sides of this by minus 1. So, this minus minus will become plus and this will become minus and inequality will change. So, minus x less than or equal to m. This implies, but what is minus x? Minus x is mod x less than or equal to m. Okay. So, thus if x greater than 0 or x less than 0, yes, thus mod x less than or equal to m for all x in R, So, this is how we can prove that modulus of this. See, this is very important property. Many times you are going to use this. Mod of x less than or equal to m if and only if minus m less than or equal to x less than or equal to m, or x lies between minus m and plus m. If mod of x is less than or equal to m, then this x lies between minus m and plus m. Or if your mod of x is less than or equal to m, means yes, this, if your x lies between minus m and m, then its mod will be less than or equal to m. So, that is what the next property of real number, and very important property. You are going to use this again and again for real numbers. Now, do some more things. Okay, next article now. AM GM inequality. AM GM inequality, arithmetic mean and geometric mean you know, or we will define once again. If x comma y belongs to R, any two real numbers, then AM means arithmetic mean, then AM is equal to AM of x and y is equal to, you know, x plus y upon 2. Arithmetic mean of x and y is sum of the 2 divided by 2, sum of the 3 divided by 3, arithmetic mean, average of any two real numbers. Now, what is about geometric mean? If x comma y, this is very important, x comma y belongs to R plus, both of them should be positive. See why? Because then geometric mean of these two is square root of x into y. Clear? Because it is product of 2, these are 2, so therefore square root. If there are 3, then their geometric mean is 3, therefore cube root. Either you write like this or you write like this, doesn't matter, cube root of x, y, z. Okay. So, this is how we define geometric mean of 2 or 3 or 4 or n. If x1, x2, xn are real numbers, then their geometric mean is nth root of x1 into x2 into xn. Now, here we are considering two real numbers. So, because you have to take the square root or cube root or nth root, so the number should be positive only, because you cannot take square root of minus 16, you cannot take square root of negative real number. Why? Because you won't find any real number. So, what you have proved is, for any x belonging to R, x square is always greater than or equal to 0. If you consider non-zero real number, for any non-zero real number, for any non-zero real number, square is always positive. So here you want to find square root means you have to find a number whose square is this. There is no real number whose square is negative. So that's why the product of the two numbers should be positive. So therefore, see, usually we take, while defining, this is the definition. You cannot ask why it is like this, because to make this definition is meaningful only when both are positive. Okay. So if x and x comma y belongs to R plus, then geometric mean is defined as root of xy. Now we will prove a property of these two. This is called as AM-GM inequality. What is this? Now see, AM-GM is, you have to consider both AM and GM. So your number should be positive. If x comma y belongs to R plus, then geometric mean is always less than or equal to arithmetic mean. Geometric mean is always less than or equal to arithmetic mean. That is what you have to prove is then root of xy less than or equal to x plus y by 2. So that is what you have to prove. Okay. See how to prove this. So for any two non-zero, non-negative real numbers, so for any two positive real numbers, geometric mean is always less than or equal to arithmetic mean, their arithmetic mean. Now see, proof is very simple. Now suppose x comma y belongs to R plus, so that, yes, as both of them are positive, therefore root x comma root y exist. Okay, because both of them are positive, so therefore their square roots exist. So therefore root x comma root y, these are any two real numbers. Root x and root y, these are any two real number. Okay, therefore root x minus root y, yes, also belongs to R, right? This implies, yes, root x minus root y bracket square. What is about this? This is a real number, any real number. Therefore root x minus root y square, this is greater than or equal to 0. Square is always greater than or equal to 0. This is any real number, therefore it is greater than or equal to 0. So what does this imply? Just square this, a minus b bracket square. What is a square? X minus 2ab, 2 into root x into root y plus y, this b square, and this is greater than or equal to 0, right? So this implies, yes, x, I will take this plus y here, x plus y minus, now root x into root y, it is nothing but 2 into root xy, because root a into root b is same as root ab. You can do and you can check. You have learned this in somewhere in 6th to 8th standard, and this is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So this implies, now take this minus to this side. So what you get is x plus y greater than or equal to 2 into root of xy. Now I will consider this side first and I will multiply both sides by half. So this implies this, or I will take 2 here, x plus y by 2, multiply both sides by positive real number half. So half into x plus y, that is x plus y by 2 greater than or equal to root xy. So root xy less than or equal to this. So that this implies yes, am greater than or equal to gm, or you may write gm less than or equal to am, or I may write am greater than equal to gm anyway. So this is how you can prove the am gm inequality. Yes, what is the am gm inequality? For any two positive real numbers, geometric mean is less than or equal to a arithmetic mean, or arithmetic mean is always greater than or equal to geometric mean. That is root of xy less than or equal to x plus y by 2, or x plus y by 2 greater than or equal to this. How we can prove this? Just as x and y are positive real numbers, x and y are positive real numbers, so therefore their root exists, root x exists, root y exists because they are positive, so you can take their root. So root x and root y, they are any real numbers now, because if 16 is greater than 0, then what is root 16? Maybe 4 or maybe minus 4. So that's why I am taking this belongs to R, maybe negative also. Okay, so root x, root y belongs to R, therefore root x minus root y, also it is a real number. Now if it is a real number, its square must be greater than or equal to 0. Now just simplify, do the square, just arrange the terms, and what you get is am greater than or equal to gm, or gm less than or equal to am. There are some more inequalities that we will do in our next lecture.